since like um but since this is like a park that I'm starting and ending on stream, I decided that you know what, I should for this one. I need to bust out a playlist of some sort. I'm gonna put this in the background. It's gonna be pretty quiet because um because there's plenty of in-game sounds now that the park is built up even a little bit. I have a full teapot next to my. Instead of going to the kitchen every time to get more to refill my cup, I have a. Instead, I have a full like teapot by my side in my gaming corner, my cope corner, whatever you want to call it. Come on and show your love. Keep up the wings of a butterfly. Low intensity. But like for the path that the coaster takes, it'll be sandy, so we don't like look like it doesn't even eat the deep plants. But I'm not like super intently putting the rain color on, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Flying. These don't need to have railings because yeah, there's gonna be like walls around them and stuff. Let me pour myself up. Hold on, I actually want to grab the webcam and show this because I'm gay and it's important. That's important, okay? Now I just gotta wait for it to cool down. Because my tongue burns really easily. I'm actually gonna keep that there, but I'm putting the sign there, so. I'm using the center of the sign. Intelligible. I'll use this. Meowdy the Grey Fox Sage. Welcome into the welcome. I'm not mixing you up with somebody else right now, Fox Sage, but I recall checking out like your channel one time after stream. Oh. Thank you for the raid. Also, I've never had somebody warn them basically come in first before they raided it like that. But hello, Meowdy Celtic Stag and Meowdy Mautanot. Mautanot. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that necessarily. But yeah, I recall checking out your account and I figured you were like a semi like new streamer as well. So I wanted to congratulate you on the affiliate. But yeah, what were you doing? What were you doing over there? Thank you. Yes, it happened less than a month ago. Oh yeah, that's definitely fresh. Yeah. But yeah, what were you doing over there? I'm not sure what. And I probably don't need the sign here. Actually, I'm not gonna have the sign there. I'm just gonna put the sign on the entrance because the sign's gonna be so small. Started with The Last of Us, and then once that crashed, I played Warframe. Nothing is more motivating and like motivating and joyous than games crashing during stream. It's so fun. Yeah, welcome, and if you need to raid and run, I don't blame you. Free to. I think you said my name correct. You can pronounce my name however you want, and you can just call me Mout or Mout. Okay. But yeah, we're working on this park that I started specifically for stream. It's not going to be huge, which is why I called it Poke Park, which is taken from a Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 scenario that's also called Poke Park, which was a tiny. I'm wondering if I'm gonna use these. So this is gonna have an external building as well as like the internal building. I'm gonna go get some food. Ooh. Bon appetit, or hyvää ruokahalua as we say in Finnish. I remember when I went to like exchange in the Netherlands, I tried to go to the Dutchies to pronounce hyvää ruokahalua. They were not having it. To be fair, whatever they said for hyvää ruokahalua was not easy either, so you know. I say this all the time, and I'm sorry for saying it again and again and again, but it is so strange how the game itself runs smooth, but then like the like menus, they are like laggy. Like why is that? That's like really strange. Yeah, I suspect I'm gonna do this with the... Thank you so much for the follow, Mao. Meow. I should probably work on one thing at a time instead of like hopping about the... Well, it's not necessarily so bad to be hopping about the place, honestly. I think the outer panels of the building are gonna be metal, because I feel like that's pretty realistic, that it's like a metal warehouse kind of deal, usually. By the way, I think I'll get going right now. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much, and thank you for the follow once again. Oh, I didn't make my tea strong enough, darn. Well, do shit anymore. Yeah, I think I wanted to make this part look like a cave. I'm gonna use concrete columns to like officiate the not officiate, what am I saying? Like to basically like make the corners, because there's gonna be like when you make the wall on the outside, there's gonna be these like broken up corners, so I'm gonna use these to fill those up. Building's gonna be lower up front and then taller back here. I know that much already. Metal. Let's like paint it anyway. Like painted metal. So like make it a bit sandy. It'll look a bit nicer on this side. So like obviously I could also do this in such a way where it like the building doesn't look like a show building from the outside, where it just like, I don't know, looks like a mound or a cave, like just like a hill or a mountain or something. But I don't want to do that with this. I want to keep this realistic. So I'm gonna do like an exterior show building, and then inside it's gonna be covered with other stuff, you know? The splits there. Yeah. It doesn't even need to be like the whole building that's like that tall over there. It could just be like something like this. Then we can put some internal support beams and stuff to also make it more realistic, and then like cover the support beam in like temple-ish scenery objects. Oh. External building needed it, or like the base of it. I love like singing or humming along to songs that probably nobody in the like chat can even hear because it's so quiet in the background. Which it is quiet on purpose, but you know. This, I wonder if it was casts, no. Material our temple was made out of masonry. Yeah. Freemasonry even? No. I'm gonna have some kind of like thing here. I'm not gonna close it off. I'm gonna have like maybe like a, I don't know, room, like a prison with skeletons. Perhaps somewhere here I'll have like a peek to the launch or something. Like maybe here, like see the people coming down there. I think, yeah, that might be fun. How do I place this? Because this is not... Well, I guess I'll just like place it manually, whatever. Over corners like that. Like so, and like so. Let's put a roof on this situation over here. Is there a crypt roof? I mean, there probably is, but I doubt it looks the same from the bottom as the walls. It's possible the crypt is a pitched one. Does it look like there is one here? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's angled. Right, okay, so we're just gonna put like a flat, I don't know, rough concrete or something, and then we're gonna put shit like shit on it that it'll make it look more the walls are like a cave or something. Yeah. Masonry. Could you please? Could you please? Okay, it doesn't want to snap to that side. Unfortunate. It's a trick I do pretty often, but I kind of want to do a thing where like it's very like, or the ceiling's very high up, and then there's like a fake Starry Night sky up there. Could do that, or not. Not like I have to do anything. This is still so goofy of me to make a launch that goes directly into a brake run, but it's an indoor coaster section. Silly shit happens. Yeah. Wait, is there no? Okay, they're just up here for some reason. You know, station surround pieces for this material, but there are. They were just down there. Hold me near Okay, that caps it off better than the earlier solution. Very small actual station area, which is kind of the point. Is this? Oh, it's so hard to tell when it's so quiet. Sometimes. Down below that line. We'll put, I don't know, something down there. Let's make a fence for this part now. I'm gonna use roof pieces to like set these like these are not like gonna be permanently here for obvious reasons because they're covering the path, but I'm just using them to like how would you say? How do you say like center these pillars? then we're gonna put just like wood planks on top, because that's kind of like rustic. That's something you'd find in an old temple. It's just like wood planks used as like railings, because they wouldn't have had like that kind of metal casting or whatever, that they'd have like fences. This is just like a wall. He's down. Oh, actually, I should lower them down further, or like extend them, like so. One idea is that I could, because it's probably, again, using these as like centering the center things, is I could put a pool of water in there, up there. I could either do it with I think it's in, well, some of them are in planters, but most of them are in statues and centerpieces. Because yeah, this isn't big enough. I'd have to like put corners, we'd like make them out of stone or something, and then this would be like round, but then the hole is a like square. I don't think I'm doing that, but what I will be doing is, I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make like a hole in the ceiling that water is just gonna like constantly fall out of down there. And maybe then there's like castle ruins or something down there as well. However, actually, this is a problem, because this like track is so close to that. Yeah, I can't actually do that. I can't do that. Okay, I'll have to do it with the fake water. But the fake water is a bit of a pain in the ass, or like real water is a bit of a pain in the ass anyway. So you know, blessings in disguise and all that. Find a faithful now, concrete a reason to stay. One more forbidden sensation, more emotional fare. Down with a big hesitation. Hell yeah, I'm ready to pay for the hopeless despair. It's weird. The tea is weaker than usual, but it's more bitter than usual too, which probably means that I brewed it with too hot, like the water was too hot or something. I'll just use rocks. Of a vicious desire, find a painful denial, I'm free to raise or stay. What kind? Herbal, green, black, or something else? Green tea, a fruity green tea. Like the packaging says to brew it in like I think 85°C water, and I think I let the water get too hot because I have a normal kettle that only like stops when it boils instead of one of those nice ones where you can set a specific temperature. So I think it's probably too bitter because I put it in too hot of a water. That's just a theory, a tea theory. I don't know that much about tea, so I just drink them. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I probably know more about it than an average person, but anybody who actually knows about teas knows way more than me, because I'm kind of like one of those, like, jack of all trades, absolutely not a master of anything kind of people, because I know a little bit about most things, but not that much about really anything, except coasters, pretty much. The herbal needs the high temp, but yeah, I don't know what green needs, my husband can tell you. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it says like 85°C, and I'm pretty sure I like like I definitely brewed it into hot over water, which hasn't been that I don't like a big problem before, but like maybe now it was just even more. So like fucks, I don't know. That doesn't, the splash effect doesn't show up here, does it? A little bit. I'll see if it bothers me during the like actual ride or not. Yep. Then I'll make a ceiling. I'll put like make it out of the these. It would be really nice if these pieces had one that had like a crashed through hole in it, but there isn't, so I'll have to like manually make a hole. Myself more tea. Oh shit, the teapot is only worth two cups. Well, to be, it's a really small teapot. See, we don't need. It's not okay. We'll say. Weird that it really does not want to like paste them early. Like it like shows me some fuck ass angles when I'm trying to. When it's cold lucky, well maybe you should know. Stop. Ow. If I've been waiting. A game is someone else to blame. Helpless, helpless little man. Someday you might understand. Is there like support pieces? I mean, these slopes could work, I guess, but nah. Oh yeah, I don't actually need those pieces because I can just extend this. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really need any extra support beams because it has these, so I think I'm good. I'll put one like here. You know, it's gonna be shit. I said, I wonder if you know how it feels. I mean that, like, theoretically, the water could be rushing from that gap, but only if it was like a smaller stream or like a drip of water, so I'm probably gonna extend this whole... expand, wrong words I was using. Damn away, living in a fantasy without... Well, Perhaps I'll add like a ruined column there. Some adventure stuff. I don't know, does this sign have a text editing capability? Oh, it does. Okay, I'll use this for the... I'll just split it from the building already. But I'll use it eventually. TM. It's like, I don't know, like random shit down there that's like... Temple of Rubble Pile. Well, that's good. I wish I had known that. Remember that existed earlier. Yep, something like that, pretty much. That I might add more later, but just like something for now. Meowdy from Lahti. Meowdy, welcome in today. Welcome. You're up late. I think I'll use this piece to frame the hole. And then like put a black piece, just like a black like piece of whatever the fuck to like fill the hole. I have such a way with words. Yeah, that way so it looks like in the dark it'll just look like a pit, basically. Oh god, a cat. Yeah, BPTV, welcome in today, welcome. Someone puked on me. Oh no, ew. Can you add yellow lights to the water? Sure. I mean, that's like atmospheric for the like old temple thing anyway, so you don't have to ask me twice. Oh, that's a problem. It makes the water... You can see the fountain splash thing. Okay, I'm probably gonna delete that thing then, but... let me just, this thing. Oh, but now it looks like the water is like falling down and there's nothing reacting to it. I need is there like a... Yeah, like it doesn't look like there's actually anything landing in the water is the problem. Like the water's like falling down, but it doesn't look like there's anything landing in the water. God damn it. I forgot my melatonin, so now I can't sleep. I remember when I used to try melatonin and it would really work. That was when I couldn't sleep. Nowadays I sleep too much, but I used to have this problem that I couldn't sleep really. And the problem necessarily wasn't that I couldn't sleep, it was I couldn't sleep while trying to force a normie sleep schedule. That was the issue more so. Actually, like, than not actually being able to sleep at all. But, yeah. Where is... this? I don't think it's realistic to have actual fire in here, although I would want that, so I'm not gonna have that. Then I'm gonna like hide the lamp lights in the ceiling. But yeah, melatonin did not work for me really. It did for a second, like a little bit, but not really. But again, like that wasn't the problem. It was trying to force a normie sleep schedule. That was that was the problem at the time. Or like it would help me fall asleep, but it would help me stay asleep. That's the thing. Like I would like take the melatonin, like wait the whatever the time is that you have to wait, and then I'd fall asleep. But then I'd wake up like after I don't know an hour or something. It doesn't work for everyone. Very effective for me. Sleep in 20 minutes. Yeah. Then, like, next I was meaning to put, like, a prison situation over here. I think the, like... There's, like, it was in here. Yeah, portcullis. Like it's meant as like a portcullis door situation, but you can use this as like a prison grate kind of like grate wall thing. Not grate as in GREAT wall, but GRATE wall. Yeah, I've had that too, where I wake up after a while, annoying. Yeah, it's not fun. Can you select the... Thank you. Oh, wait. Yeah. And then I'll put wood on the top as well. I wish people would put wood in me, but that's a different conversation in its entirety. Then behind this, let's put like... Well, one thing I've done before as well for a similarly themed ride in one of my parks is I put like a snake in there, snake animatronic with the skeletons. So it looks like the snake killed them or something. Could do that again, or I could put like fire or something and then skeletons. There's a prop somewhere here that's also a skeleton hanging in like a small cage. Yeah, this. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna put this instead of the queue. I'm gonna have this like somewhere in here, maybe in the like show scenes inside building. So, and also it's a bit big for this space, so, I've, like, not been feeling the best for a while, which, like, makes sense. I've been broke as fuck, but, like, I hope it, like, things will turn around a little bit now that I got, like, a positive, like, recovery decision, or, like, recovery verdict. That probably, like, when I say that, it makes absolutely zero fucking sense to anybody who's, like, who doesn't know what I'm talking about, and nobody really probably does, but I've explained this before on a stream, but, like, you know, not everybody is here all the time, every time. Although I am getting, like, slowly more and more people are coming onto my streams regularly, which I'm very, very happy about. I committed till October. But yeah, like, I should start getting, like, some money soon, and then I won't have the upsetties from, not getting money, hopefully. Time to be real. I'm gonna be real for a second. Like, I have sometimes I have, like, episodes of depression, even if I have, like, no reason for. But those are because it's, like, episodes of chronic depression. It's just like it's just like a case of like a chemical imbalance, like fuck up, whatever that just happens. So instead of, like, it being that, because, like, those, they have very different, like, symptoms. Those have symptoms where it's like, where, like, where it's, like, very much like a, like, different effects, where it's, like, more like about, like, you know, I don't want to take as good care of myself. I forego eating. I don't feel like cooking. I sleep more than usual, and then I also, like, do something which I normally don't do, which is spend a lot of time on my phone, not doom scrolling, because doom scrolling is, like, I feel like that's generally understood as, like, you see, like, world events and, like, shit like that on there, but I don't. For me, it's, like, hot men and cute animals on Instagram, and then, like, and, like, on YouTube, it just, like, clips from movies or whatever. But it's, like, I guess it's, like, could be considered doom scrolling because it's, like, not productive, question mark. But, like, anyway, like, that's something because, like, I never know what to do on my phone. I don't, like, do anything on my phone normally, really. That's something that happens when I have, like, a depressive episode. But, like, that's the range of movement. Allow it to stay here. Goon scrolling. Yeah, it's like weird, like, how, like, I don't know, you add you take a naked hot man, whatever, you add, like, underwear to that man and you put him on Instagram and he's, like, 50 times hotter. Like, just saying. Anyway, like, enough about that. But yeah, like, I don't scroll on my phone basically ever unless I have an episode. But then I noticed that, like, recently it was more of, like, just, like, a situational cause, because I've been broke as fuck, and I'm also, like, extra sad about not having a car because a friend is getting a car right now. Actually, she bought it today, which, like, I'm happy for her, but I wish I could just be happy for her instead of also being, like, upset that I don't have one. But, you know, what can you do? But I hope it gets a little bit better now that I'll get money. I don't know if this is gonna look stupid like so, but we're gonna see. I think I'm gonna allow one of these skeletons to move, maybe. That one that I've, like, left moving right now. Yeah, different kind of depression. Yeah, like it's not just happening because of it's like it's not depression, it's like feeling depressed because like whatever, but like but then like sometimes I have like a couple times a year I have an episode which is just about like the meds are working, but like they're not perfect, they're not magic, so like sometimes shit happens. But yeah, I hope it'll start better. Money helps a lot of things, makes it easier to deal with the things that it doesn't help. Yeah, I will say about the car thing, like that upset is not gonna go away with getting money now, because like and it's like I don't need a car for anything, but like it's just something that I had for like all the formative years of my like early adulthood and like et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that like not having one anymore, I just like, and like some friends having one, like while I'm happy for them, I still feel a bit weak, like I wish I could have one myself as well. But it's not necessarily that like just not having one at all, it's all like more so probably the knowledge that I'm not going to be able to have one for years and years and years, because like I'm studying for the next 2.5 years, and then after that, assuming I get a job immediately, I probably won't be able to afford a financing thing of any sort, because I probably will only be able to work a part-time job, because my body, I just can't take a full-time job. I don't think. I heavily doubt it. So, unless like my stream blows up, then and I'm happy for the things I have, but sometimes it doesn't show. You know what I mean? It's only human, I guess. I think these look like they're holding these skeletons up by the arms, the wrists. You know what? I don't like this animatronic moving actually, because the sounds it makes. I love not having to drive everywhere. However, cars sure are nice to have. Yeah, well, not having to drive everywhere depends on what city you live in here, but certainly don't need one here. Like if I lived in where you live, I'm not gonna dox you. If I lived where you live, I would feel like I needed to need one to like get anywhere, but that's because I have different standards that I'm used to, because you're used to like a very different standard, like based on where you came from. Like the having to drive everywhere there versus having to drive everywhere here are two very, 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 very different ideas. So actually, I don't think I'm going to use these lights. Imagine not needing a car to leave, yeah. Like, I wouldn't have had to stay in Lahti tonight. I can drive 2 hours for something. US mentality. Yeah, yeah. I said I'm not going to use those lights, and then I'm using them just at a different angle. But it might look different. It's no one else here will save you. Actually here, because it's like locked up, I can have open flames, because it's not like available for guests to touch. Although I say like available for guests to touch, like a flame is a different because it can spread easily, but like that one's oftentimes that's not like that's not something that like even Europeans do, but it is in theme parks. But like it is incredible the things that like American like companies or like parks and stuff don't trust guests with. like in Finland we're way more restrictive than a lot of European countries, but like we are so free compared to American theme parks, and it's so funny what they don't trust guests with. Like it's kind of charming in its own way. I'm not like, this isn't like a smug European hates on America situation, although I am like guilty of that occasionally too. But like this is just, it's more like charming in a weird way in many cases. I know that like the reason why they probably don't trust is because of like because of like, and this actually does relate to car culture in like a like weird way, because that is part of the whole like a very sheltered like way of like raising kids, where you like drive them everywhere. You don't like really teach children independence at all, really. But that's like that's also a thing in the suburbs here. You know, some people are taught like raised, I'll say it wrong, but like I think it's probably also related to like you know, risk of lawsuit, that kind of thing. But like probably, I'm guessing. But like what I mean by that is like, not only would they like not trust, it's like all the fences have to be like really high up in like parks and stuff. Like, you know, they need air gates for everything. Then there's like the thing where like in theme parks they the member staffing the coaster, like a roller coaster, the because roller coasters, like big ones at least, usually have like multiple operators, like 3 or something. You know, they'll have like two people at each end of the train giving like an okay for dispatch, and then there's a person in the actual operating booth. I think this is like a fine little prison scene to like look through the grates now. But yeah, like something like that. But like here they just like press a button that says the okay. But in the US they like have to do like a hand signal where they like do like thumbs up on each end of the train, and then they go all clear, and then only they dispatch it. And then oftentimes on top of that they do the all clear, and then also they do like a thing where they're like ladies and gentlemen, like blah blah blah, you're about to dispatch on the wildest ride, whatever. Even if it's like a theme park and it's themed, but like nobody does that shit in Europe. Like nobody like speaks on the microphone in the station. There are a lot of sketchy theme parks there here. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't, but like I'm just talking about the standard procedure kind of situation. And like but like that's like sort of like the standard thing is like that they also like do that, and then they like, you know, when the train comes back to the station, they're like blah blah blah, how was your ride, whatever, enjoy the rest of your day. But like then this is something I didn't even necessarily realize until like recently, when I saw some on-ride or some off-ride like POVs from some like flat rides. And if I say flat ride, I don't know if everybody knows what I mean. Tell me if you don't. But so like I saw some videos of flat rides at like big amusement parks in the States, and it was like really funny to me because like before the ride started, they were like talking about like keep your like arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, and then during like once the ride had already started, there was still like half a minute of like spiel where they were whatever, you know, like keep your like arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, and once the ride has come to a full stop, do not get out of the vehicle until the ride has come to a complete stop. And that shit's like, shouldn't that be common sense? Like, shouldn't you just like let people figure that out, that like maybe you shouldn't try to exit the restraints, because the restraints don't even open until the end of the ride. Why do you have to tell people that you shouldn't get out of it, like the ride before the restraints open? Like you can't get out of the ride before the restraints open. So anyway, it's funny, but it's charming. It's like a charming, like funny, you know what I mean? There are a lot of standard procedure to hire a teenager with a walkie-talkie instead of being invested. Yeah, all for liability. If they don't do that and someone got hurt, they will sue. Yeah, I figure, but like it's funny, but it's charming in my opinion. It's like a local thing. However, there's one theme park thing that I do not understand, and that's the fact that some big theme park chains, before the park opens, the gates, they people outside stand I've said this before, and I posted about this on my Discord. But people stand outside and they hold their like hearts over their hands while they raise the flag and the Pledge of Allegiance plays. Like, I don't even understand that at sports games unless it's like an international match between countries. But at a theme park, dog. Oh my god, I didn't even realize this was RCT. Thought it was Sims or something since it's building. It's not RCT, but it's like a much newer game based on, like, made by the same dev team. But yeah, Planet Coaster. It gets less charming when you have to live with that attitude every day. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, yeah, I'm sure. But like, and I know that some foreigners don't like it either, but if they don't like it, they shouldn't go to the States. Like, that's something I don't understand is like, is people going to countries where they don't like the local culture or like aspects of it and then they complain? I'm like, don't go. Why are you going? I don't know. Babyssä mitä muuta jos on punaista suunta. I think I'll put these locks. Se sakkini ei ota kasvanuuta. Have you tried the Metro building game? I didn't know of one existing, so no. It's a bit taller. Yeah, American football players kneeling instead of putting their hand over their heart was a mess. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Like, I'm not foreign to the concept of patriotism, but that doesn't, like, because, like, we do dumb patriotic shit too, just not nearly to the same extent as the US. My theory, okay, so my theory is that, like, and, like, this isn't, like, a universal rule, but in general, my theory is that countries are way less insane about patriotism if they have nothing to prove. And countries like the US have something to prove because their history is so short. Countries like North Korea or like China, well, actually no, North Korea has they have crazy patriotism for like different reasons, but like China nowadays has something to prove because they're trying to like settle themselves as like a like world power more and stuff like that. So they're like increasing their patriotic streak. India is also trying to become a superpower, which is why they're becoming increasingly patriotic. Like Finland has something to prove because we like came out of like a because like we lost the Second World War and like you know, we had to like restart, like basically like like I don't know how to explain it, but like that's my theory anyway, is that there's this factor of like having something to prove, and that's why you have to, because like the thing is like countries like the UK are like not that patriotic, like visually especially, and And like the main thing is like they're not seeing like flags flying everywhere, because like that's one of the things. Like, okay, Finland doesn't fly flags everywhere nearly as much as the US does, but we still do it way more than most European countries. Like in Finland, like every fucking day it's like some day where you have to put up a flag if you have a flagpole. Oh yeah, it's a legal requirement, by the way. Here, if you own a flagpole, you have to like put the flag up at like 8 a.m. On days that it's required, which is why a lot of people who buy houses, if the house has a flagpole, they take the flagpole down because they don't want to deal with that shit. It's not like the police are going around neighborhoods looking for it, but like they'll if somebody tells like tattles on you, then like obviously you'll get in trouble, whatever. So stupid. You'd think, talking to Americans, that we've always been here since Jesus walked among the dinosaurs and taught the Mormons. I mean, don't Mormons teach that the fucking that the U.S. is the promised land anyway? So, ooh, am I gonna do the roof situation? On second thought, I don't know why I used a certain piece, but... Lamau literally, like once a week there's a flag day, and it will be to honor like some random historic person. Don't tell Texas, because they will copy that. Texas loves forcing arbitrary bullshit while making dangerous. Yeah, I've heard. But like, anyway, so... But yeah, like there's like some of the days are like very important, but yeah, like there's so often in Finland, like there's some random day to honor somebody, or like you know, whatever. There's gonna be always something. It's, yeah, it's weird, but it's not like the worst. The worst stuff, the worst like forced patriotism stuff here is like stuff in schools about where you have to like, you know, stand up during like this religious part of the anthem and that kind of stuff. Because we're not really a secular country. We pretend we are, but like we're not really. And it's stupid because most Finnish people. And okay, I'm not going to talk too much about religion. Don't worry. But like Finland is like weird because like we're in practice nobody here is religious. Like almost nobody here is religious, but everybody belongs like is officially in the church and pays taxes, like church taxes. And it's like, brother, do you hate money? and also blasphemy is illegal here, and like why would blasphemy be illegal in a secular country? But anyway, again, I'm not gonna go on about that longer, sorry, I apologize. If I put one here, will it interfere with anything inside? I don't think so. Oh, I know about the Pledge of Allegiance, DDV. Religion in school here was shocking to me. In what way, Renata? I think I'll make a wall, but like I'll separate it and then move it backwards. Yeah. basically I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna separate it from the other building so I can move it independently, and I'm gonna have this as a backing for the temple entrance situation. I'll just see that I didn't take anything away that I didn't mean to. Okay, I didn't. Shocking because this is supposedly a secular country, but we don't have religion like that unless it's a private religious school. See, legislatively, what religion in Finland is supposed to be is like teaching, like sort of the like religious culture kind of stuff, and that kind of thing, and like teaching about the different religions and like teaching it from like a like another angle. But in reality, it depends on the school. But in reality, it's like in my childhood, for example, we were taught the Bible as fact. So yeah, we were just like straight up taught the Bible as if it were like facts of life, and yeah. And like we also, even though again I was in a English language school officially, it was more like a evangelical school or whatever, because like we also had to say grace before lunch, and if you didn't, that would be like a nick against your like behavior, which was part of your grade, like final grade and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was rough, and I've been very vocal against it, like as an adult, to like other people and stuff. That I don't know how it is nowadays on average, but like but I'm not optimistic. I feel like it probably is quite a bit better, but not because of like places like following the law because they want to necessarily, but more like because there's like more Muslims in the country now, and like they would probably like get more upset about being like forced to be Christian than like locals. And I'm not gonna say atheists, because atheists I feel like is a specific like branch of like non-religiosity, but like these are just people who like just don't care about religion or like don't believe, which is something like 75% of the entire population. But like so like probably because of like having to like accommodate more like other religions, because of that there might have been some change too, which is a good thing. But I don't know, I'm not that optimistic. Like it's still like weird how like non-religious this country is, but then we like force kids to be religious in school. It's really fucking strange. And because this is a country of pushovers, everybody's like, or like Finland is a very similar country to like Japan or something in that sense, where like you're an actively bad person if you don't conform. Like it's like a morally bad thing to like not conform to certain things and like complain about norms. It's stupid, whatever. But I promised that I would stop talking about it, but chat has goaded me into talking more about it. Agnostic, well, not really, because agnostic people, it's again, that's like a conscious decision to have like a label, more so because agnostic people like it's more of a stance of I don't know, but like these are people who like don't actually really believe or care about religion, but they just like don't think about it. And if you don't think about it, I don't know if I'd label somebody like that as an atheist necessarily, but that's just me. That's just me though. I gotta piss real bad, BRBness. Oh, you have to go to bed. Good night. If you still have time, though, I'd like to know, like, how you even found out about, like, religion in schools in Finland, because, like, was it through your boyfriend or something? I don't need the answer right now, anyway. And then I'll make fences around them. Oh, I'm probably also, I think somewhere here there's like a staircase piece, like a metal staircase. I'll put that to go to the upper level, and I'll put like a maintenance door here for, again, just realism. Use fire escape stairs, but also I think there's another... these look a bit more realistic for maintenance purposes. I just... Oh yeah, if I use one of these, then it's fine. If it... Yeah. I mean... I could also just, like, theoretically just, like, use a ladder as well, but it's also realistic. I overlay this in such a way that you don't see the gap. Ladder. Yeah. Oh. I'm annoyed I can't just, like, cleanly place a piece down there. It will stick out from the bottom, which is actually fine. I could just cover it up with something else. Can you tell that that beat is catchy? The beat, the song is catchy. It's in the background. Put some kind of, like, a place some kind of support beam that will make that look a bit more realistic. Oh yeah. I wish I could color this door, because this looks, well, oh, nah, it doesn't actually look that realistic for this purpose. There is just like a plain old door. Some kind of door that would look like might be for like a maintenance thing. Otherwise, I'd use this, because this one has like a keypad and shit, but it can only be blue, and I don't like that about it. But fuck it. Aircon stuff for the building. Yeah, it's in decoration. Biggest sippers. A tall metal fence. Metal. That one bird, is it? That one bird. I'm being very descriptive. Yeah. These aircon units are tiny, yeah, and they're probably also not even supposed to go on the roof. I'm pretty sure these types are supposed to go on, like, the wall of the building, but eh. I wish there was a roof material in this game that was like that kind of that like tarmac rooftop thing that like sometimes buildings have like that like flat tarmac thing. Or like I think they're I think they're probably also like asphalt panels like those like asphalt shingles are, but like those that like blacktop flat roof thing. Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 had those in the office building style, and those would be great for these types of show buildings, but well, we take what we get, you know. I wanted to make it look like you exit through a cave, so... That's what I'm doing here. Making the cave. That one mechanic really likes wandering into this building. He likes the atmosphere. Oh, there's another mechanic too. Be space there into yeah. No. Oh, that's too big. Oh, one of those sticks. Yeah. This won't be that visible, so it's fine if I use a repetitive rock. drop into block off that exit for visual reasons, so I like realism, so like you literally couldn't come down from there. Too big. Make it look hidden. So I'm gonna put like trees behind here so it doesn't look, you don't see the building too much behind this ride. Let's make an entrance. I'll split it off this main path fence thing. Wait, are those on the... Oh. Did they delete a bunch of this? Just did. What? Then to delete a bunch of what I've done. I'll have like a different type of fence situation there. These are automatically centered. Need like I'm not sure how I could like make sure it's centered. So I'll use those things on the side. I'll have to add space on each side so that it makes this like smaller. Or I just use it one that's like more centered because some of them are way smaller. Yeah, like that. And then add another sign on top. color match it to the background thing. That's no, that's not close at all. I'm fine with that. Then back to editing this. It's too big. It's too big. Way too big. Fuck. Okay, I'll use these and then I'll just sync them. So. And I need lights to point at the sign as well. I don't think those are shining on the sign, really. Well, they kind of are, but I want them to shine on it. Then we match this color more. So that. Is there any kind of a queue line that looks a bit more sandy? No, not really. There's the wooden one, but I don't. You know what? Maybe. It'll be like wooden walkways inside the temple, whatever. Such a way with words once again. And this we can use, there's like material. Yeah, this one. That looks like a temple floor. Oh, this, go. Save. Haven't saved in a while. Big sip. Weird, it stopped playing music. Oh, now it is. How about I add like a big skull thing at the top of the temple or something? That looks like appropriate for like the style wise, but it's so small. If I do the big one, that looks like a rock. It won't color match, but it would look kind of intimidating, and I could put like flames on the side of my face in the eye sockets. I have a like a flame effect thing like that, not even the actual flame effect thing. So now like there's a skull with flame in its flames in its eyes. Well, I can move the TV closer to the actual like front, if like there's a bit more visible from the pathway. Yeah, that's better. Intimidating. Intimidating. Yo, that's sick. Meowdy Ollie, welcome in today. Welcome. Little I could also just like use theoretically I could also use, but I feel like this looks a bit more, I don't know, realistic than if I did Ease instead, because these are also an option. These like fire jet things. So I'm doing that instead. Let's see. Yeah. And then I wanted to put down a more rustic looking fence for this stretch where Western fence that no, Fairy Tale fence looks too mossy. Rope fence, low rope fence, that's this does not look appropriate. Is there anything? Okay, you know what, the rope fence, I think that actually works here. Actually, I'll delete them because I meant to put them as part of this building. Ow. Why did I say ow when I misplaced something? That's a curious part of my Suke psyche. I'll remove this. Because I think these are part of the building, maybe? I don't think these signs are. Okay. I'll separate that from the rest. And I'll move this. that's that. This doesn't need a fence. I'll just collect stones around it and shit. And to kick rocks. No, I did not mean to hit with the rock. What did I mean to smell what the rock is cooking? Oh yeah, there's the temple ruined piece. I need to fairy tale content packs adventure. That's a big rubble pile of fuck. Perhaps I'll put some of these like ancient cogs like in the ground, stopped obviously, not like rotating. I think there was also some kind of ruiny pieces in here. Yeah. These are really big though. Maybe these small ones? I think there was also a pillar. Yeah. Put them some sand, but also I can't. This is a deserty, so like it's quite big. Wiki no miniska except then over here we're like supposed to meld into jungle. Let's see. Something of this sort. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna put the default fence on this actually. Oh yeah, make it more deserty looking. Not full blow, just like a little bit of different sands types and shit. View scenery 100%, I wonder why. Da-da-da-da. Last time I streamed this, we did make this little lava pool thing over here. Go back to editing this area soon. Oh, actually, you know what I should do? I should change the colors of the gondolas. Mm-hmm. Let's do bright. What's this red for? I don't see any red. Okay, I don't know what the red is, but there was red somewhere. Can we put the coaster name on these? Yeah, but it shows there, which is kind of stupid. But well, whatever, I'll just leave it there so there's a bit more visual intrigue from further away. Honestly, I probably should have finished the interior building before I added a roof. That's, yeah. I mean, I could still remove the roof. It's not like putting the roof takes, like, a long time, but... I could also just live with my mistakes. It shouldn't stick out from the top. It does. The interior side doesn't need the concrete base to the wall because it's just this is the fake walls. Outside walls are the real ones. I might replace some of this with just like flat black wall in some parts, maybe at some point, but that's a thing for that point. For now, I'm just like making universal wall situation. Put the kaadutte sänkyyn hetkeksi, tosiko se sitä varaa, joka vatsassa vääntyi silloin, kun me silmät mustalla maalasimme. So it needs to be an interior floor. Which it's gonna be a bit of smooth concrete that's colored, or am I good? Or then I could just like put sand down, honestly. Oh, yet at least. The roof is not too low. Good. Sänkyyn hetkeksi, toisiko se sitä varaa, joka vatsassa vääntyi silloin. I'm gonna put like some kind of like high up here. I'm gonna put some kind of like, I don't know, scary looking statue or something that's gonna like lights are gonna flash on it when you go by on this turn, right before the launch. A ceiling. Joutumaan tekemään sänkyyn, joka vatsassa vääntyi silloin. Wait. Could I? Like when the mouth opens, could be like a video effect of some sort there. Last time. But fire again, probably. Although the mouth closes before. Okay, but the fire should probably only be in the mouth. I feel like. And then the other parts that get exposed when it's like there. I'll put just black. All I need is love. All I need is love. All I need is love. Stupid. Thing is, I'm pretty sure they stick. No, they don't stick through the ceiling. Okay, well in that case, work. Start adding triggers. I'm just gonna add a bunch of triggers here so that I don't have to like drag them away later on. That doesn't make any sense, but if you knew what I was talking about, it would make sense. If you knew what I was talking about, it would make sense. That's it's an interesting it's very good use of language there, Pepple. Is set in stone. That's so fucking dope looking. Thank you. One of these events is gonna just activate the light. One is gonna change the color to actually no, from black to this color. During 1 second. Duplicate that. That's gonna be like 3 seconds, which is gonna change the color to black immediately. And duplicate that again, and that's gonna just hit it on trigger. This, I think, will trigger in 1 second-ish after it comes up. Let's see. Okay, I think that works. Then we could put like a saw or something above the drop. But like this. That looked good. That's okay. They're a bit too far forward, to be honest. Can I position snap a block on the back of these? No, I cannot. So let's stick up at the top. It does not good. You don't stick up the side either. Good. Oh, I'm gonna pause the game so that we can, well, actually... I hate how the spikes don't really simply believe, like, one of the holes in a good-looking way, but It's my this should probably be like bright red or something for like the dramatic effect. Like a slightly orange, but like not as... yeah. Repeat toggle on trigger 0.1 seconds for seconds or 2 seconds. Bit more forward, and we add a sound as well, I think. I mean, there's naturally the sound of the spikes coming up also, but like an extra sound. For the adventure sound effects. Guess I passed him. There's nothing. I don't think there are any adventure pack sound effects, weirdly. Trapped inside a cage after. Oh, there is. Never mind. Someone broken heart. Yeah. Let's see how it is on ride. So far. Okay, the flashing light doesn't need to last that long. That's one thing, and it could. This could start a bit earlier. Looks better. I need to make this light here last longer. So we'll do it. Great. I'll add black black paneling to this wall because it's slightly visible when you're like going up the lift hill, and I don't want it to be. I scrolled past it. You know me. These should honestly be part of the building, but But I was told, well, that was such a shame. I'm breaking my own rules, it's defend the Nope. Only the parts that need to be visible will be visible is the point here. kind of music do I want there to be inside the temple? I have a soundtrack that's like this is good. It's like something just temple. I think there's less sound. Others from listening to it. Cool soundtrack, but like I am not sure how intimidating that sounds. I'll keep it for now. Let's get a door here. All this might take it too long to lift. Yeah. But I could also put this door at the end of the launch instead, actually, and then just put like a... Yeah, I'll do that instead. Unless, of course, the coaster, like, the sides of the trains get too close to the hill. No, it's fine. The clearance is fine. A bit. Now we'll see if it rises up in time. The it might still not, but we can try. We can try. See us dancing by. Oh, it's good. We do it better with no one around. Yeah, just you and my imagination. And my imagination. And I can do so many things, so many things, so many things. And no, you just use your imagination. Just use your imagination. Wait, is this thing centered? Oh, not at all. Go. That's technically 7, okay. We'll see if it closes it sooner, if I... Yeah, fuck, I messed it up. Let's see. I hope it like closes the door a bit sooner now so that like the train coming in doesn't see the inside of the building. Yep, it closes faster, that's good. That's what I like. That's what I like. Jump in the cag. Actually, we could raise the ceiling a bit so that we can fit lights under there. So it doesn't look as claustrophobic as well. Right, so... The thing is, when you start adding timestamps to the triggers, they start acting up a little, which is annoying, but what can you do? Duplicate. Change color, fade to color over once, over like half a second. And then duplicate again and make this 3-second. Fade to black immediately and turn. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't need to fade in that fast. 5 seconds? No, 1 second. No, 1.5. Takes a while for the to get going from the station. Train. And shouldn't do this so soon. It's not a sound to this, like, dispatch. Oh, magic incantation. It's... Where is it? Oh. What the fuck? When did I accidentally make the doors close? Okay. Yeah, that explains why it was acting up. Sort of edits the wrong one, so to say, sometimes, which, like, doesn't make sense when you, like, if you, like, he just does, okay? Let's see. I don't know. Maybe the placement of this is weird. sorry, now it's more audible because it's like above us instead of like below the track. Let's see how it looks like if the door closes in time when the other next car comes to the station, because that's what I was worried about. Aboo. Yep, it closes in time. That's good. It'd be completely inappropriate if I made a big swinging like axe above the station, or even two. There's no space. Probably so big. God damn, what the fuck? Why is the swinging boulder, that one is so small, but then this one is so fucking huge? That's not fair, that's weird. It doesn't fit here either because it sticks out the building. Or, was it here and then just see how far I can extend it, then it should. Oh, yep. Well, I talked all that talk about being realistic, but then again, this isn't particularly... to have a swinging axe then. Could theoretically collide with the gondola if the timing fails. Yeah, I'm not doing that. decorating some rooms. Does that get too close? Yeah, that gets too close to the track, but on this side. Doing the advanced move, we're just doing regular decay. I won't do even remotely. I was clicking the slider. So, sand. I could disguise that support pillar as a temple pillar. Oh. For a more consistent look. Let's get a bit close to it though, which makes me want to remove this support here, but that's a problem. This gets super close. And it's like okay here, but if I had the pillar surrounding it, then it gets too close. And I want to change the color to the walls, like so, yeah. I'd actually put more spike traps on the wall, why not? Like on this side and then on that side, like the scary statue I talked about. Need to face lighting the correct way. You don't want it lighting up too much of it. That's the thing. No. Perhaps arm lights instead. Shut out a bit, or no. Area light, would it cover too? It covers way too much, yeah, no. Does it shine onto the other side? No. Some of the lights, they kind of shine onto like the other side of the wall or something, and it doesn't look that nice, but this one is, behaves nicely. I wonder if you duplicate a scenery part, does it recreate the, like, triggers for that scenery part as well, or no? These were meant to be part of this. I changed the code to the number. Purple event light, right. Repeat toggle on trigger. Repeat toggle on trigger. Repeat toggle on trigger. Toggle on trigger, and for 4 seconds is probably appropriate, and then toggle every 0. There's some of them act a bit different though. Yeah, like that, that's fun. Other. Yay. And then I wanted to put like a scary statue here that you like flash past. do you mean this doesn't have a snapping? Okay. Heads. This skull heads, it's creepier. There was like a large knife I could give it, but I don't think there is. The snout was smaller, because I would give this thing a snout. Nose it is. Actually, how about give it this stick thing, points it at the guests, and steam, like a steam jet comes out of it or something. A full overload of effects on these people. One light effect. Then like how the area like covers such a large area. I wish there was a similar thing. It's the area lights like similar thing. I don't know, like similar object, but like less wide of an area. I feel like the steam jet thing could be stronger. So I think there's a smoke burst that looks would be more effective. The old one. Right, close. that works. The back wall needs some paneling to cover it up. Nope, not that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need one of these onto the... sides of this. I hope those don't stick out. Let's see. Nope, they don't. Good. The walls are so much thicker than I think every time. But like I've had it before where I've like spent a lot of effort on something and then it like sticks out the side and like then I have to redo the whole thing and it's annoying. So. Yep, that's cool. Let's add like a support for this light so it's not completely unrealistic. Just like standing there menacingly. Panels on the roof too here. Ceiling actually. Ooh, I'm getting kind of hungry though. I mean, we've gotten a lot of progress done today, and I've already been streaming for 3 hours, so it's about great time to quit actually.